What's up, guys? Figured I'd give you a full tank shot. Apologize for the shaking of the camera. Unfortunately, I'm holding this. I do not have a tripod yet. It is on order, and then we can do full tank shots and video. I'm running this at 60 frames per second to try and give the best video. We'll just kind of hold this and kind of go from there. I've put in some new nori, and hopefully that encourages everyone to come out. Piglet's already out. The Rusty just went by. I've seen the sailfin kind of hanging out. These guys, you know, the scribbled, the sailfin, the pink tail trigger, if they decide to come out, have been with me for years, and yet they still get spooked every once in a while. I think, you know, probably because I rearranged the rockwork. Anyone who's looked at old tank pictures knows that the rockwork on the left is rearranged, the rockwork on the right is slightly rearranged. You know, I just tried to give some new territory to everyone with the addition of the new angels. There's the flame angel. Obviously the sailfin's out and about. He doesn't care. There's too much food. I threw some pellets in there. Kind of a mix of pellets. I can show you guys what I'm feeding everybody. There we go. Piglet's now doesn't care. You can tell why I call him Piglet. Look, there he goes. He turned, you know, straight towards us. That's a fish in a 210-gallon aquarium. So he makes the tank look small almost. There's the bellas coming out. They'll sift the pellets out of the sand. I saw the whitetail pop out real quick somewhere. I don't know where, but I saw the whitetail just poke his head out. I doubt that with us sitting here we'll see the Atlantic blue, although I plan on running this video for about 5 minutes and just kind of showcasing everybody, and we'll see. There he is. Yeah, there was a quick Atlantic blue sighting. We'll see what happens. He's been very pissed off. I'll be perfectly honest, there's ick in this tank, and I'm running a full reef system. There's not much I can do about it. Yeah, I know I'm the bad guy here. I've got ick in the tank. I should go fallow, but without a dedicated quarantine system, it's a little bit difficult. There's the eblei, which is very odd for the eblei to be out this early in the day. That's more of an evening fish, I've noticed. Hopefully we can get the cherub to poke his head back out, and we'll see a whitetail. I doubt the pink tail is going to be here since we're all sitting around. Oh, there's the eblei. Really bold today. A little status report from anyone who's followed my postings here on Reef to Reef. No sighting of the lemon peel hybrid. We're approaching a full week now. That being said, it's not uncommon for fish to disappear in this aquarium because my wife, there's the whitetail. You probably can't see it. He's a little blob right there over by the mushroom. If you can see him just kind of hanging out. Yeah. My wife said that she sees the bicolor, which is quite small, half the size that flame is. She sees the bicolor show up about once a week. The eblei, I don't know if he's going to eventually get better coloration. I really don't want to move close to the tank. There is the Atlantic blue real quick. The eblei doesn't have a whole lot of coloration that it's supposed to. If I didn't see the stripings, I'd almost think it's a Verlicki, the half blacks, but it is what it is. She'll see a flash of the bicolor, and she knows it's that because of the the yellow tail. But we haven't seen the lemon peel, unfortunately, and that was one of the healthier fish in the aquarium. It was very, very upsetting by the Atlantic blue, which is why I decided to change all the rockwork. And that may have been the worst possible thing. I may have screwed up a lot of things changing the rockwork. I may have put too much stress on the fish, but the Atlantic blue was bossing everybody around and was not stopping. He was basically making all the angels hide. I don't know if you could see that up there by that branch rock, but the whitetail was up there. Now, that being said, over there in that cave, right around in that vicinity, we ended up finding the gold coral bandit shrimp. Now, we put a gold coral bandit shrimp in the aquarium over a year ago. We saw it one night. We put it in at night like we do everybody else, always at night with the lights off. And it was probably look down at your hand and take a look at your pinky finger. The body of the coral bandit shrimp would have fit on your thumbnail. It was extremely tiny, and we never saw it after that night, period. Did not see it at all. And we know the pink tail may or may not eat some crustaceans, but for the most part, it leaves most of the hermit crabs alone and whatnot. But we just figured he ended up getting getting snacked on. The other night, after rearranging all the rock work, that spot that I'm pointing out right now, right in that general vicinity, where that fish just went, coral bandit shrimp, 3 times the size. Probably the body length was probably the full digit of your thumb. So I was impressed, and it gives me hope. You know, if we only see the bicolor once a week, and we saw a shrimp once a year, we have hope for everything. So I don't write any fish off until I find their bodies, which we have. You know, we've had some losses in the aquarium. The blue jaw trigger, the male went into the overflow, tried to get him out, wedged himself into the piping of the overflow, couldn't get him out. I mean, he triggered himself, and I couldn't, with short of dismantling the entire aquarium, and I do mean the entire aquarium, cutting pipe and everything, I couldn't get him out. So I made the unfortunate decision to say no. We're going to move forward, just for the health of the other fish. Unfortunately, because of that, the female trigger, who lost her mate, did not survive beyond that. There's the Atlantic blue. He's been a little stressed out lately with everybody. He's starting to come back. His color's starting to come back. I know he doesn't look very blue, but he's starting to come back. But yeah, more of that story. We start seeing less and less of the female trigger, and after a while, we just didn't see her at all. And it was 6 weeks after the last time that we had seen her body, which was not decomposed, mind you. It's very odd that the crabs didn't pick her apart, that she finally was found floating on the surface. So I don't know how long she actually starved herself out and just didn't want to come out or whatnot, but yeah, it's very sad. Those are one of my favorite fish, especially having a mated pair. But I have the mated pair of Bellas. There's the Bella gobies. I don't know what's bothering the Atlantic blue. He's within seconds. He's already put his stress lines out, but hopefully he pulls out of it. He's eating. You know, stress is a sad factor on fish, but we just gotta keep on keeping on. Like I said, I wish I had a quarantine tank, and I could pull everybody out and put them all in quarantine, and make this whole system go fallow. And if you're like me and you are still new to some of this stuff and don't understand what fallow means, it's basically it's the equivalent of just a completely fishless system, so that any disease that need fish can die off. And then the quarantine tank, which would obviously have ick in it because of the fish, that you could treat that completely and just kind of go from there. So I think everyone's going to be just fine when I eventually build the monster aquarium, which we haven't decided on if we're going to go 8x4, 10x5, 10x4, or 12, and just do some crazy swimming space. And we'll just kind of go from there. The eventual plans are to set up a webcam system on the aquarium. I can log in randomly throughout the day or so and just kind of see what the hell is going on. But we'll showcase some more stuff later on. I just put out some new nori, some pellets. I want to let everybody just kind of settle down, and we'll kind of go from there. And we will hopefully see everybody just fine. So this is Reef Samurai checking out.